In today's video, we are going to look at another exciting topic, and that is Jehovah's Witnesses in crisis, clear signs of an imminent collapse. For decades, Jehovah's Witnesses have been steadfast in their beliefs, claiming to be the only true path to salvation. But today, cracks are appearing in the foundation of this once unshakable faith. Behind closed doors, the very structures that upheld its dominance are starting to crumble. The witness crisis is not just a series of isolated events. It's a perfect storm of internal scandals, mass disillusionment, and a new era of information access that is making it impossible to ignore the truth. From the scandals that rocked the organization to silent forces accelerating its decline, we will expose how this religious movement, once so confident in its standing, is facing a reckoning. Welcome to episode 1 of the Jehovah's Witnesses Crisis, Clear Signs of an Imminent Collapse. So let's begin with the first episode that we are going to cover today in this video, and that is cracks of the Jehovah's Witnesses downfall begin to show. So that's what we are looking at in this first episode of this 4-part series. Another sign of trouble is the organization increasing desperation to recruit young people. Special programs and JW broadcasting episodes repeatedly urge young members to dedicate themselves to full-time service. Let's look at a quote from Anton Morris, a no longer member of the governing body, what he said when he was still in the governing body. In October 2017 JW broadcasting episode, governing board member Anton Morris III implored young members, "This is the best time to serve Jehovah. Don't waste your youth chasing after fleeting pleasures." But the organization's strict policies, including discouraging higher education, are pushing many young people away.
Has the governing body changed its position regarding the pursuit of higher secular education? No. We feel that all of the cautions that we have addressed in the past are still valid. I have long said, the better the university, the greater the danger. The most intelligent and eloquent professors will be trying to reshape the thinking of your child.
So many young people are actually moving away from the Jehovah's Witnesses. As we shall see in episode 3, just the number of young people that are leaving the faith. Some studies have even shown that the Jehovah's Witnesses has the highest attrition rate of young people born in the sect actually leaving the faith than any other religious organization. So they are paying the price for that. They do not see the point of bringing up children in the world that is about to come to an end. They also don't want the members to have a lot of children. That shifts their attention from serving Jehovah. So they want to continue to use them as cheap labor, not even cheap labor, as free labor to serve the organization in the name of Jehovah. Here are the 3 problems that the Jehovah's Witnesses have. Firstly, they take time to have children. They have very few children. And thirdly, you have these young people walking away. Now, what is the problem? This has created a crisis within the organization because its future, its sustainability is based on the number of young people in the organization that is coming up. Let's listen to this clip by Jeffrey Winder urging young people to join full-time service.
Well, young brothers and sisters, we want you to be able to get involved in this exciting work as early as possible. And so, I have an exciting announcement to read. It reads this way. We are pleased to inform you that the governing body has decided to reduce the minimum age requirement to enter Bethel service or to assist with theocratic construction projects from 19 to 18 years of age. We thank you for your years of service, and to contemplate what Jehovah has been able to accomplish with your help is just fantastic. And now we thank you for training the next generation so that the work can continue and Jehovah can continue to get his work done. Now, we know that you desire to continue in the work, but as we get older, we know that there is a need to train the next generation so Jehovah's work can continue.
A leaked 2021 letter to elders revealed that retaining young members is a major concern, with the governing body emphasizing programs to encourage pioneering as an alternative to secular ambitions. Data from the lightoverdark.com highlights similar challenges, pointing to internal reports of low retention rates among younger generations. And therefore, this agency to ask young people to be able to join.
Perhaps you think of someone older who has been preaching for many years. But of course, many were very young when they started. In fact, in the mid to late 1940s, 30% of the missionaries sent from Gilead were under 24 years of age. They were young, energetic, full of life, willing to accept assignments around the world, and they accomplished incredible things. For instance, in 1943, we were preaching in 54 lands, and the number of publishers was still relatively small. Jehovah blessed their hard work and zeal. In just 5 years, the number of publishers worldwide nearly doubled. By 1953, it had doubled again, and the reach of Jehovah's organization expanded to 143 lands. That 10-year burst of activity laid the foundation for Jehovah's organization to grow into what it has become today. Over 8 million people spread across 239 lands, reaching billions with the truth.
Even the changes that have been made in grooming, wearing pants for women, and not wearing ties and jackets at meetings for men, except for those that are playing a role on the program, is all an appeal to attract young people. The fourth aspect that is affecting the identity of the Jehovah's Witnesses is a decline in membership growth. Jehovah's Witnesses were known for rapid global expansion, but recent years have shown a significant slowdown in their growth. The quotation from the 2023 Yearbook of Jehovah's Witnesses reported a global growth rate of just 0.4%, the lowest in decades. In countries like Japan, Germany, and Canada, membership has plateaued or even declined entirely. Contrast this with the 1980s, when growth rates often exceeded 8%. Just for you to visually see what is happening there, is that the growth rate here in the 80s, annual growth rate was 8%. And so this is the growth the way it was, if you look at this bar. Now, if you look at the 2023 Yearbook of the Jehovah's Witnesses, talking about 0.4% in 2023, just look at how low this is. That's a sign of trouble, not just coming, but trouble is already at the doorsteps of the Jehovah's Witnesses. So the leaders, I'm sure, are worried. And as we've mentioned in the past, for the organization to be able to make such changes, massive changes, rapid changes, dramatic changes, is a sign that things are not as good as they appear to be. The problems are worse than we think they are, because for them to make such changes, such drastic changes in so short a time and also so rapidly, we are having new light coming up every now and then, is a sign that things are very bad for the Jehovah's Witnesses. The decline and the collapse of the Jehovah's Witnesses is actually imminent. Instead of Armageddon coming to the rest of the world, Armageddon. Such stagnation suggests that the organization's traditional methods of recruiting are no longer effective in an increasing secular world. The JWPSA website and YouTube channel have documented testimonies from former members citing disillusionment with outdated teachings and lack of adaptability. Almost every video that I've produced and uploaded on YouTube you have a member of the Jehovah's Witness asking a question rhetorically and say, who is preaching the message of the kingdom? Now, the very fact that they are going door to door preaching, they think that they are the ones that are preaching the message of the kingdom, when there are actually more effective ways of reaching out to people. My YouTube channel, which is less than or about 7 months old, has so far reached close to 150,000 people within such a short period of time. How possible is it that even in my lifetime, if I was going door to door, I would be able to reach such a high number of people? And I'm not just reaching people within my locality, but I'm reaching people globally. And this priding themselves of knocking door to door to validate that they have the truth is actually a deception that is added on top of another deception. There are many effective ways of reaching people than going door to door. So what is coming up in the next episode, episode 2? In this episode, we've explored the early cracks in the Jehovah's Witnesses fortress, radical doctrinal changes, a shift away from agency, and struggles to retain younger members. A fortress thrives on trust and secrecy, but when the scandals erupt and struggles surface, even the strongest walls cannot hold. In episode 2 of The Witness in Crisis, Signs of an Imminent Collapse, entitled Inside the Multi-Million-Dollar Scandals Rocking Jehovah's Witnesses, in this episode we'll explore how scandals, financial struggles, and eroding trust in the leadership are tearing at the foundation of the Jehovah's Witnesses. So that's what we are going to look at in episode 2. Now, if you have enjoyed this program, you've derived benefit from this program, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notice bell so that every time I produce a new video, you will be notified. If you have any questions of any kind, good or bad, encouraging or discouraging, don't forget to put them in the comment section below, and I'll be able to respond to you. We also encourage you to provide comments about this video. The question that I have for you is, do you think the Jehovah's Witnesses' downfall is imminent, or it still has a long way to go? Or is it possible that the Jehovah's Witnesses is going to weather this storm of changes and impending decline? Is the organization going to survive and reorganize itself and continue to grow? Put your comments below about what you think of the future of the Jehovah's Witnesses. We'll see you in episode 2. And this episode is in 2 parts, episode 1A and B. To watch episode 2, click on this link. To watch episode 1B, click on this link.